It's 2020 and we have Tom Holland swinging through the streets of New York as Spider-Man inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Love him or hate him, Tom Holland's Spider-Man Far From Home is the biggest grossing Spider-Man movie of all time, and in my opinion at least it's a pretty good movie. And right now, as it stands, Tom Holland has at least 2 more outings as Spider-Man in the MCU. One will be another solo film in Spider-Man 3 and another will be Spider-Man appearing in another MCU movie, whether that film is an Avengers movie or some sort of crossover movie, which at this rate could very likely be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness if Strange decides to meet the same heroes he encompasses himself within, but from different universes. However, what came before Tom Holland? That's right, Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man. Since The Amazing Spider-Man's release, the series has always been overlooked. It lives in the shadow of the Raimi trilogy and is very much outshined by the light-hearted, oversaturated MCU version of the character. It's the middleman, the one that is skimmed over the most of the time, and I'm not surprised. As much as I love Andrew's version of Spider-Man and despite the amount of videos I've made praising this character, his franchise only got 2 movies to explore the character, and in the second one they damn right ruined him anyway. So realistically, Andrew only had 1 movie to shine, and only had 1 movie to at least try and compete with Tom or Toby in terms of development. However, there was going to be a 3rd movie made, a 3rd installment in the Amazing franchise, a movie that could have possibly redeemed the Amazing Spider-Man franchise after the downfall of the second one. But the question is, if the Amazing Spider-Man 3 was going to go ahead, what would it look like? Let's find out. First off, I just want to clear up that one of the main reasons why The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was cancelled was so stupid. One of the main reasons was because Andrew Garfield was meant to attend a meeting with the CEO of Sony, and got sick right before the meeting, so he couldn't attend. That is so stupid, he got fired for being sick. Anyway, I'm not going to go more into why it was cancelled, that's for another video, but I just thought I'd mention this here. Coming off the back of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, TASM 3 was set to feature recurring characters and set up more future villains and was meant to act as a TASM 2 Part 2, in a sense that it was going to be a springboard for the rest of the TASM universe. Now that doesn't sound that promising, so let's give it the benefit of the doubt and let's see what TASM 3 would have had in store for us. First, let's look at the characters that were supposedly returning. They were Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker / Spider-Man, Sally Field as Aunt May, Shailene Woodley as Mary Jane Watson. Fun fact and little side note, she was actually cut from TASM 2 because the film quote-unquote had too many characters in. Yeah, you don't say. Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn / the Green Goblin, Paul Giamatti as the Rhino, and it's fair to assume that the Gentleman would also return as well. Now this seems like a decent cast for a Spider-Man movie. We have the classic trio of Peter, MJ, Harry, we have Aunt May and 2 villains. It seems alright. But that's not the end of it. Due to the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 3, other characters that could have potentially appeared were rumoured at the time as Adrian Toomes to set up the Vulture, Dr. Otto Octavius to set up Doc Ock, Kraven the Hunter, and even Eddie Brock, which was meant to also set up Sony's Venom movie, which would have taken place inside of the Amazing franchise. Oh, by the way, that movie actually still happened. It's called Venom. I actually made a video explaining what that movie should have been like if it actually did take place inside of the Amazing universe. You can check it out in the description below next to the related tabs section. However, some of these characters that I've just listed off could have maybe not appeared in the 3rd one, as Sony was setting up a Sinister 6 movie ready to go into production, so maybe some of these villains weren't going to appear in The Amazing Spider-Man 3 after all. Okay, once again, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and let's carry on, shall we? What other plans did The Amazing Spider-Man 3 have in store for us? One of the general plot points for the 3rd film would have revolved around Peter creating a serum that could bring people back from the dead. Yes, that's right, you heard right, a teenager. Peter Parker would figure out how to resurrect dead people, and then they would appear in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Now, coming off the back of TASM 2, who do you think was going to come back? That's right, Gwen Stacy, which is ironic because Sony would have then managed to kill the very thing that made TASM 2 bearable as a film at the end, which was the emotional response it managed to draw from its audience from the death of Gwen Stacy. Not only that, but do you remember Dennis Leary playing Captain George Stacy in the first film? Well, this is what he had to say about it.
Part of the discussion was that possibly in 3, there was this idea at one point that Spider-Man would be able to take this formula and regenerate the people in his life that had died. So there was this discussion about that Captain Stacy would come back even bigger in episode 3, and I was like, let's go.
Right. Not only that, but George Stacy would have come back too. What? Sony! What were you doing? This would have undone and regressed Peter Parker's character so much, and according to some rumours, now remember these are rumours, that this serum would have led to a 6th Sinister Six member, as there were only 5 confirmed ones, or at least for the evidence from the first 2 films. You thought this was getting insane? Well, apparently there was also meant to be something about Emma Stone coming back to play an alternate version of Gwen Stacy from another universe where she got the spider powers, and it would have been like a multiversal type thing where Peter would meet Gwen again but as Spider-Gwen. I don't even know. Anyway, that was what the Amazing Spider-Man 3 had in store for us, and honestly, I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of would have liked to have seen how that movie would have turned out. I would have liked to have seen how everything would have gone down, but at the same time, due to this, I'm glad we got the MCU version, man, instead of this plan. This don't sound good to me. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and also make sure to hit that bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any more content as soon as it goes up. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.